going on, everybody? What is going on? The Catch fam. Hope you guys are doing fantastic tonight. I hope everybody has had a great Tuesday. I hope you guys are ready for another live 2025 fantasy football mock draft with you guys with the Catch fam. We've got some training camp news to go over. You guys know what it is. We're going to have some fun. We're going to talk some fantasy football tonight. So make sure you guys get in the live chat, get it going. Any fantasy football questions that you guys have, any NFL topics that you guys want to go over, whatever it may be, get in the live chat. Let's have some fun tonight. Let's talk some fantasy football. We got Pete in the house. We've missed you, man. What's up?
Not much. Training camp fully in effect. Too much reading going on, and everybody's getting hurt like we said they would. But nothing serious yet, just a lot of little annoying things to ruin our day.
Yeah. It has been a little eventful, and a little bit more eventful than I think we would like. So we'll start to break some of that stuff down. But, we have had a lot of injuries. You and I were kind of talking about this before the stream in terms of like offensive linemen and defensive players. And some of that stuff will, in a sense, impact, the fantasy season, especially the offensive linemen. But, we have had some big names, and, I've gone over them the past couple of days on stream, but now we have a couple of names stemming from today that we need to talk about. So we'll kind of go through the new names to go over, and then we'll go over some of the situations from the past couple of days and get your thoughts on them as well. And look at us drafting the 110, 111 back to back tonight. So that'll be fun.
A lot of back end drafting for me this year.
I do like the back end of the draft this year, I will say. So, all right. So Isaiah Likely rolled his ankle at the end of practice today, and I heard this was on like the very last snap of practice or something like that. Just awful. Is expected to miss a few weeks. He's gonna have an MRI tomorrow, so there's really we don't know exactly how serious this is. We don't know. We're not going to know until testing undergoes away. But
I heard like 4 to 6 weeks, something like that. So
that too.
But it's going to be bugging him all year, I'm sure.
Yeah, and could definitely go into weeks 1 or 2 of the season. But in terms of the severity, we don't quite know what this is looking like. Now, there were some reports initially like, oh, this could be a bad injury, and then like turn into it's an ankle injury, which, can be manageable, can also be extremely nagging. So this is good if you've been drafting a lot of Mark Andrews. But I think that Likely could be back and ready to go and still have a big impact this season for sure. But yeah, if you've been drafting Mark Andrews, you feel good. And I don't know how much this impacts like anybody else on the team, because the Ravens are only throwing to like 3 players on this team. I guess 4. Mark Andrews, Isaiah Likely, Zay Flowers, and Rashad Bateman, Yeah.
And that's if they decide to throw.
Yeah. But, there's been kind of this debate throughout the offseason back and forth when it comes to Mark Andrews, Isaiah Likely, and things like that. And I think the Ravens right now feel good that they did not choose to move on from Mark Andrews, as some people were speculating. But yeah, I've been high on Andrews all offseason, so I feel, good, I guess. Been drafting a lot of Andrews and like best ball and stuff, but I hate to see any player in any circumstance, whatever it may be, get injured. So I do want to talk about Malik Neighbors, because I've been really high on Malik Neighbors this offseason. I don't want to say I'm not high on Malik Neighbors. But we've already had like this issue with Malik Neighbors, and the toe injury that's been nagging him, and then like the news that he could need surgery for that. And I kind of concerned that like at any point we could see Neighbors like it just pops up that he needs surgery, But then on top of that, we had a report today that he had to exit practice with a shoulder injury, and apparently it's just a training camp scare. and he missed the rest of practice. But I don't like the combination of these two things. Malik Neighbors yesterday coming out and saying that the toe injury is like a mosquito that doesn't ever want to go away. So I worry about the combination of reports around Malik Neighbors right now. We'll see if we get some clarity over the next couple of weeks, and hopefully the shoulder thing isn't serious. But now we have like two kind of off-season issues with Malik Neighbors, and that worries me a little bit.
Yeah, especially on a Giants team where it's like, oh, how long are we going to have Russell Wilson out there? Is it going to become the Jackson Dart show? But hey, good running back news at least for the Giants.
Yeah, Scadabo's been looking great in training camp, making some big plays, catching a lot of passes as well. Not good for Tyrone Tracy's, Tyrone Tracy truthers. I've been taking some shots on Tracy still at his ADP, but maybe the backfield will be a little bit more impactful. But I mean, that's the thing when Neighbors goes down, this offense will be very stagnant. So I'll just keep an eye on Neighbors, and like I kind of had him like in that elite tier. Like I think he can easily break into it, but I think Amon Ra and or Puka Nakua may end up looking like safer picks when it's time to actually get into our real drafts for 2025. So I might be overreacting. Let me know what you guys think in the chat. But I definitely think that there's reason to remain speculating on Malik Neighbors. All right, Hollywood Brown's dealing with an ankle injury. He had an exit practice early today. Andy Reid said, I don't think it's too bad, but we'll see. So, I don't think anyone's really surprised at a Hollywood Brown injury report. But he was kind of like one of those late round dart throw wide receivers that people were taking. We'll see what happens with Hollywood. If he misses some time, if he doesn't. But I think ultimately with Rashee Rice, coming off of his injury, facing a potential suspension, Hollywood Brown banged up, I will not be surprised if we see Xavier Worthy start to rise in ADP a bit. At least like if these are still kind of the reports we're getting in 2 to 3 weeks, I think Xavier Worthy could really shoot up in ADP. A player that I've liked all throughout the offseason, but he's an ADP of 55.3. I think he could end up jumping players like Zay Flowers and Devonta Smith, and maybe even guys like Sutton, Metcalf, or DJ Moore, if we're going into week one with a Worthy looking as the true wide receiver one for the Chiefs. So Hollywood Brown, I don't think anyone's surprised there, but it does have some fantasy implications for sure.
And I am actually getting super high on Pacheco from what I'm seeing out of Chiefs camp. Like, their offensive line is like good, they said. Like, they have too many offensive linemen. They're like bullying people. So if they're going to be able to like get a run game again, and like Isaiah Pacheco, man, I still am a truther on Isaiah Pacheco. It had to have just been the injury last year. I've seen too many bright spots for him not to think he could be back as one of those top backs again.
We are, traditionally Isaiah Pacheco believers here on the channel, long time Pacheco truthers. The thing that's worrying me is that we are seeing the other three running backs split first team reps, and that is concerning to me. Hunt got first team reps, Eli Mitchell got first team reps, and Brashard Smith got slight first team reps, the rookie at SMU. So that worries me that we could see a committee there. Be my rebuttal. But I want to like Pacheco too. There's a point like 2 or 3 weeks ago where I was like getting all back in on Pacheco, So I still think at his ADP, it's like 64.4 on sleeper. It's worth the risk. But I'm worried maybe it could be just one of those off-season things. They're trying to get multiple running backs involved to see what they have. But sometimes we see that, and then once the season starts, they're rolling with one guy first and foremost. So we'll see. Let us know what you guys think in the chat. All right, Cats, what's going on? Gaming with Wario, good to see you. What's up, Vincent? Good to have everybody in the house tonight. J-Dubs, what's going on? J-Dubs says, hit the like. Do it. All right, J-Dubs wants to know your thoughts on JJ.
Which one? Jefferson? McCarthy?
I'm going to assume Justin Jefferson, but we can go over both.
Uh, I think it's, something to keep our eyes on. It's the other hamstring that he missed time with in 23. So now he's got both hamstrings. Um, he's going to sit out a bit. I don't think Jefferson needs to be in there, but I think he'll be fine. Like his volume's probably just going to be down because I just think we're going to try and run the ball a lot more, and that's going to hurt his overall production. And JJ McCarthy is just going to be like, I don't know. Jefferson's going to get double and triple teamed, and I just don't think he's going to try and fit those balls in there when facing. Like when he's looking at that, he's going to throw it to Addison or somebody else or Hawkinson. So I think maybe we're starting to see JJ maybe in that 1.6, 1.7 range is probably the right spot for him.
Yeah, I was a little surprised because my initial feeling is like just almost don't pay any attention to this. Like we know what Justin Jefferson is. Like we know what we're going to get. They're going to play very safe. Like there's no reason to risk anything here. But I've seen a lot of people a lot more concerned about this, injury to JJ than, I mean, like there's it's been a very hot topic in the fantasy community, and usually I try not to freak out too much about a player of this caliber when they're injured, but I feel like the overall consensus feeling is that we should be concerned. And I do think it's like one thing to mention too is that, JJ McCarthy in his sophomore season, there's a little bit less time. Like, I don't know how important the chemistry is if the wide receiver is Justin Jefferson, but there's less time now. There's no off season really for that potential chemistry to really develop through practice. So I think that argument's definitely fair. And we've seen some pretty good clips of McCarthy to Jordan Addison so far in training camp. So I like that being a Jordan Addison truther, but I don't know. It's kind of a murky situation. Then, yeah, we've seen reports too that the Vikings do want to run the ball more this year and get. I think the most recent report is that they truly want an even split between Jordan Mason and Aaron Jones. So we'll see if that's true. But for all the Jordan Mason truthers, they're feeling pretty good right now.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the move there is Jordan Mason. Sleeper gets all the maybe he like getting all those short yardage and goal line touchdowns because we were just so pathetically bad in short yardage and red zone running last year.
That's kind of been the theory all along. So maybe we'll see that come to life now. All right, yeah. Any other topics, injuries, whatever you guys want to go over, let us know in the chat. Those are the major ones from today. Ray Gamer, what's up? Taylor, doubt it's serious, but if it is, I think Bateman benefits the most. That's a good point, too. I mean, and Bateman's been that late round wide receiver target. I've talked a lot about throughout this offseason. And we'll just have to wait and see. Probably should get reports in the next 24 hours, though. Yeah, Andrews, I think, will definitely be involved no matter what. I think it, validates the Mark Andrews truthers, hey, it is a good thing Mark Andrews is still on this team,
Yeah, they wanted him cut. They wanted him gone.
A lot of Mark Andrews hate early in the offseason. Let's not forget it. All right, Happy likes the Gentine and CMC start. Let's go. Good for you, Pete.
Elite.
I was really hoping Ray Gamer did not take B Tom. I really want to go Nico and B Tom to start, but I'm okay.
And I wanted to go Genty and HA. So there you go.
Not bad. Good. I mean, really, I think the second round is just loaded this year. Vincent, gotta love Neighbors transparency. Yeah, it's making me a little worried though. I'd rather not hear about it, but I guess it is good that we are hearing about it.
Like now everyone's gonna be stepping on that toe. Like
I know.
they're gonna be doing a little extra, giving them a little extra business now.
Yeah,
They
I
they were smart.
do not like. I'm starting to feel a little. Like I said, let me know if you in the chat if you guys think I'm overreacting, but I'm just getting a little. My worry meter on neighbors is moving up. Bryce starts with Amon Ra and AJ Brown. Very, very nice. Great value on both those guys. Albert, what's going on, bro? Ray Gamer, 2 wisdom teeth pulled. Ooh, hope you are feeling better.
Fun.
Hill in the third is wild to me in a good way or a bad way. I mean, his ADP is kind of up and down right now. I'll take Hill in the third. I wouldn't take him in the second. I'll take him in the third. I am not taking a lot of him, but that's fair to me. Tommy, good to see you. What's up, bro? Thanks for listening in at work. What's your opinion about how Matthew Golden has been doing in training camp recently? To be honest, I haven't really seen a lot of reports on Matthew Golden. I know he's working with the starters, which is a good sign, especially that's behind Jaden Reed and Romeo Dobbs. You just got Dontavion Wicks, which I will note I've was seeing a lot of really positive reports about Dontavion Wicks, but now he's dealing with a calf injury. So do what you want with that information. That could be positive for Matthew Golden or Jaden Reed, whoever you like in terms of receivers for the Packers. But in terms of Dontavion Wicks' calf injury, we don't really know the severity of it. That's like literally within the last 10 hours as well. But yeah, I don't know if you've heard anything, Pete, but I haven't seen, other than Golden being with the starters, I haven't seen much.
I haven't heard like any Packer news. It feels like they're
Yeah.
moving.
Actually feel
Silence. Maybe Romeo Dobbs like is trade bait. I heard like he might get traded because of Matthew Golden.
I've heard. I feel like we've heard Romeo Dom trade rumors for like over a year, but we'll see what happens there. Yeah, I was seeing some reports about Dontavion Wicks though, but then like I said, he's dealing with an injury. So, but yeah, chat. Let us know if you guys have seen anything on Golden. Like I said, I know we've got reports that he is working with the starters, which is what you would like to see at this point in the offseason if you're a Matthew Golden truther. Taylor, Jordan Mason, 10 touchdown season incoming. Could happen. We'll see. We love you too, Ray Gamer. Hope is the wisdom teeth meds kicking in. Cat says JMO to the moon. I will talk about Jameson Williams in a video this week. I am kind of surprised that JMO's ADP is what it is. He's not really like, I don't know. I just feel like he's a good value where he's going.
I can tell you why. I can give you why people are scared because he feels like a gadget guy that Ben Johnson just like got open and got the ball to, and everyone's kind of worried that like, is he just not? If they can't have those crazy designs for him, like, is he going to be able to like just get open on routes? Is he a route runner? I don't know.
Yeah. We've had John Morton, the new OC, like talking him up, saying they want to, get those big plays down the field to him. But there's a difference between big plays down the field and like those design plays and like the run plays and trick plays and that kind of thing that they were doing a lot with him.
Those home runs.
Yeah. Sorry, let me make this pick. I'm gonna go against ADP and take Jordan Addison. It's a weird range in the draft. I'm going against ADP, I think, with both these picks. But yeah, I still like JMO. But that kind of range of receivers too. Like I feel like this is a little earlier than usual. Cat's taking him at the 4.4. It's not crazy though. But like Sutton, JMO, DJ Moore, Worthy, Devonta Smith, Pickens. Like I kind of like that whole area wide receivers. All like very solid wide receiver threes, good flex options. So whoever you like in that range, I'm good with. CMC has been looking good in camp. Yeah, he looks fully healthy. He's sucking all the health energy from the wide receivers is my theory. But yeah, we've gotten lots of good reporting out of CMAC. But no good reporting out of the receivers.
True. It's bad.
Jennings a
Yeah.
calf injury. Pearsall not hurt, but was hurt, then is off the pup list. Ayuk's hurt. Jacob Cowing hurt. Demarcus Robinson is sentenced to 3 years of probation 18 days ago. I don't know if he's going to end up facing anything from the league, but the off the field stuff from last year. But George Kittle, CMC, looking great.
All reliables.
I will say, I think Kittle. If you're gonna go early tight end, Kittle's the best value in my opinion. I mean, there's just no way his volume is not super high this year. Taylor says third round wide receivers are gross this year. I like the third round wide receivers, but I do think that they lack a certain amount of upside.
Yeah.
Like, I don't mind waiting until the fourth, that tier we just talked about. You know, I think they could have more upside, maybe more inconsistency. But
I went with the super solid guy. You go with the Mike Evans, Cortland
yeah.
Sutton, just like no crazy upside, no probably bad weeks.
Yeah, I'm good with that. I mean, I'm high on Garrett Wilson. Like, I love him in the third. I like Marvin Harrison Jr. and Evans and Terry. I think are very safe. Rashee Rice, I think we'd all be higher on if the suspension wasn't looming. Like, we were all, he was a end of the second round, beginning of the third rounder before the suspension stuff. So
we'd all be higher on Terry if he wasn't holding out. I think if Terry wasn't holding out, he'd be like, people would be like, oh yeah, top of the third round, number one receiver for Jaden Daniels. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, and that's why I keep kind of taking him when he's available at the end of the third, because I think he's going to be out there week one. I think, I know the reports right now aren't great, and like he wants, more money than DK Metcalf, I think was what came out, and like not just more money, like more money than So I think it'll get figured out before week one. I don't see him holding out into the season. I don't see Washington not resolving it before then. So I think he's a good value, but I think he would really only realistically jump like Mike Evans, Marvin Harrison Jr., maybe Garrett Wilson in the third round. That's about where he was before the holdout stuff. So I will take him all day long at the end of the third. Cat says Pickens, Worthy, and JMO should be third round wide receivers. TBH. Yeah, I like all those guys. And I still think like Devonta Smith, Sutton, DJ Moore, really good values where they're going. I really like the fourth round. Devontae Adams kind of like fringe. You see him go in the third round still a lot. So if you're unhappy with the third rounders that you guys see on the board, I think it's okay to hold off until the fourth round. I think there's really good running back value in the third round. I will say that. A lot of upside between Kyron, Chase Brown, Hampton, Cook, and Hall. So if you'd rather go running back in the third, I don't have a problem with it. Do see Omari and Hampton gone at the 3-6 tonight, and I'm okay with that. I mean, he's kind of moving up swiftly in ADP. Najee Harris, it's not looking good.
No, it's not.
Nothing in any way whatsoever positive in terms of news around Najee Harris. Nothing's progressing there. And like, I mean, Hampton's going to be the back with the upside to have down the stretch, But right now it's looking like, I mean, even if Najee's able to play week one, it's just such a vague question mark, So I've been kind of waiting for Hampton to start jumping a couple names here. And I think like 3 weeks from now, he absolutely will be continuing to do so. Golden caught a bomb touchdown. Wicks absolutely sucks. Don't draft him. Yeah, I mean, Wicks is a player that I would target in like best ball because like you can get him in the 18th round. And we did see like what a ceiling looks like out of him last year, but Golden and Jaden Reed are the players I would target. I mean, the Packers would trade Dobbs. He's been too good for the Packers. I mean, he's a good red zone target, but there's a lot of speculation last year about that potentially happening, and the off the field stuff or whatever. Jaden Reed's the alpha. I mean, if I want to draft a Packers wide receiver, it is Jaden Reed. And I've kind of said that all off season long. I'll take some shots on Matthew Golden. I feel like he's kind of like the upside pick. But I don't know if I call Jaden Reed an alpha. I mean,
It's the Packers wide receivers. You can never trust them.
yeah.
You always make the wrong decision, no matter what it is.
Yeah. I do think it'll be a frustrating receiver room. Like, I think Reed fits the offense well, and he's a little bit undervalued. He's been wide receiver 25 and 29 the last 2 years. Like, the ceilings are going to be hard to chase, but the floors will be there enough. And I'll take Jaden Reed here just to, put the proof in the pudding. But ultimately, I think it'll be a little bit less frustrating potentially this year than the last 2 years in terms of the Packers wide receiver room. And maybe that's because Christian Watson is not going to be the mix.
Christian Watson is not our just holding everybody hostage that he's going to break out and be this great receiver because, he was great with Rodgers once upon a time.
I like Christian. I think Christian Watson's going to be one of those players that we remember 10 years from now. Like, damn, I will say cheat code in Madden. Very good in Madden. Let's see. Worthy's my favorite Chiefs weapon. Yeah, I think he's a player who could start to sneak up an ADP with everything happening there. J-Mo does have good touchdown celebrations. Month 3 of me calling Pearsall the best pick on the board. I think he's a very good pick. I mean, look at those 7th round wide receivers. Listen, Cooper Kupp, fine. Cooper Kupp had good games last year. The tape was not great. And, the Stafford to Kupp thing, probably going to be better than Darnold to Kupp. Kupp just had, he had the bad games at the worst possible times. We cannot forgive Cooper Kupp for last year because he had 0 points in week 15, 5.4 in week 16, and 3.9 in week 17. But if you take those games out, he only had single digits 2 other times last year, and he had 15 or more fantasy points in every game except for one, weeks 8 through 14, with a ceiling of 28.6 fantasy points. So it's a weird.
Yeah, he had such a good stretch there, especially oh man, 20-point game, yeah. And then it just the worst possible taste in your mouth.
And he had 32 points week 1, which was the game Puka got hurt. But I don't think it's all done there for Kupp, but it's tough. It's a tough situation to read moving offenses and quarterbacks. So I think okay, it takes some shots on Kupp. But I think every other receiver we see here in the 7th, Jacoby Myers, Ricky Pearsall, Khalil Shakir, and full PPR, I feel really good about all those guys. I will still take some shots on Jawan Jennings. But now things are a little murky. Holdout, maybe injury there. I think Pearsall could be that really just solid floor PPR type guy, security blanket for my guy Brock Purdy. Zink says, "What's up, Peter?"
Oh, Zins, what's up? Resident Chiefs fan over there.
There we go. Green Bay cornerbacks suck. Yeah, they got Bo Milton moving over to corner.
I did hear that. I heard the secondary is really sus. The Viking fans have already been talking mad smack, Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison. They see who's lining up against him.
Did they lose anyone other than Jair Alexander?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't think because like they were okay. They were
They
good. They
have
were like,
good safe. They have all those good
yeah,
safeties. Is why they
that's
have good
fair.
safety. Play cover two shells and stuff. But
They had some big games last year, but it is definitely worrisome. Ridley's going to see 250 targets this year. Cam Ward has
nice.
looked
Cam
good.
Ward is good. Like Cop, did you? Oh, did you see Will Levis's shoulder? Oh my lord.
Oh no, I did not.
Oh my goodness. He posted a picture, said bye bye little guy, and like he had like a massive knot in his like throwing shoulder, and it's like how long has he had that?
Yeah.
Like no wonder why he needs surgery. Like holy smokes, it was bad.
Yeah, I mean a lot of these, I mean not just quarterbacks, but a lot of players walk around with stuff like that and deal with it, stuff we don't think about, or like when we're like, why is this player not playing week 10 when I need to beat, whoever?
Yeah.
It's like,
Well,
all right,
maybe Will Levis just won't be that bad if like his shoulder is normal.
maybe. I did. I mean, Will Levis, another guy. I root for Will Levis. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm in on Ridley. I've been in on Ridley all off season. I do kind of worry if his ADP gets too crazy. Um, but the 6.5 is like that's a smash for Ridley. You know?
Good year last year, relatively
Yeah.
speaking. Had some good weeks.
Man, it's your
And
wide receiver
Cam Ward
4. I mean,
looks good. Like he looks like a competent quarterback.
yeah. Now it's hard to say. Like we're still in that time period where like a lot of like quarterbacks can scramble around and no pads and throw some bombs up, but all signs are very positive. I'm trying to think of like it's easy. It is a bad loose comparison, but like what Kenny Pickett like lit up training camp and
True. In preseason, he was like
preseason,
best preseason they ever lost.
his rookie season. So, as a loose comparison, but you just don't want to overreact at this point in the offseason. I'm not gonna lie, I was thinking about taking Baker there as well.
I'm just ecstatic he fell to me there. The
Yeah, it's a
9-10.
good pick. I don't know where I want to go this pick. I'm just gonna kind of in on Christian Kirk right now. I'll go Kirk.
Yeah. Houston wide receivers. Houston offense.
Jalen Lane with a nice catch from JD5 has been working a little with the first team. Got him in Dynasty. Very nice. I mean, hey, I hope. I mean, someone on this Washington team's got to step up. I mean, we might be without, Terry, and if we're without Terry, I don't know what our team looks like. But I mean, I think Terry will be there ultimately. But let me see. Let's go Njoku, I guess.
Oh,
Sorry.
oh, killing me. No, it's
Hey,
fine.
I wanted Baker, so
Yeah, even for Baker, definitely. But I don't hate. I can wait. Can I wait?
kind of a
You know
weird
what?
spot in the draft right now.
Yeah, I don't care.
Well, there we go.
That's just too good of value. I don't care. It's too good of value.
Going a little. I mean, you have a good enough running back room that you can take the risk for sure. Reed on the field in 2 wide receiver sets for Green Bay in practice. Titans also have Lockett. Yeah, but I mean,
he's a little old. Tyler Lockett's getting a little old, guys.
He'd be a good player to have in terms of there's some younger receivers on the team and locker room and good player I think to have for a rookie quarterback. Could still make some plays for sure. Be a good security blanket, but I would watch more like LKO Manor, rookie receiver. It's gonna be Ridley though. It's gonna be Ridley. Maybe Chicken Conquo gets a bump. I don't know. Christian Watson is Kyle Pitts.
No,
I
it's
don't
like
know.
I don't. I feel like Christian Watson never had quite the hype that Kyle Pitts had. Hey man, I heard Kyle Pitts year. It's this year.
every like meme that Sleeper's been putting out on their like Instagram account, every draft board they show, it's like normal, but Kyle Pitts is the 1.1. It's been a little Easter egg they've had.
I
But hey,
s-
like I said,
uh
uh,
I was
and
I saw one of him like walking into camp. He goes, "If I send you this photo, it means I'm not showing up to the function."
I put that in Monday's video. It's time to draft Kyle Pitts. I will say, I think I might be falling a little bit for the Kyle Pitts hype right now. I don't know. I think the training camp hype might be getting to me. But truthfully, I've never really been in on Kyle Pitts, and I've been pretty vocal about throughout the season or seasons about being against Kyle Pitts. So we'll see. Wasn't Cup's fault they decided to use him as a decoy for Puka. Yeah, I got really drastic those last 3 weeks too. But like I said, I mean, really, breakdown last year, it was not that bad. The film, there's a drop off, but it really wasn't that bad. It's just really bad in the fantasy playoffs. Not trying to get into dynasty talk right now, but I was able to snag a bunch of rookie receivers in our dynasty league. Jalen Lade, Royals, Horton, excuse me. Yeah. And you got Dylan Sampson. I mean, you got to play the waiver hard this time of year. Depends on your build. Like, I keep looking in that league. I just have nobody I can drop. And that can be frustrating when you're a win now team, when it's a little bit looser, when you're like in more of like a less competitive team. Your team's kind of in the middle, Tommy. It kind of bounces back and forth. But it is nice when you can make those off-season moves and go after guys that are trending. I really like Torrey Horton. Dylan Sampson, a really good pickup for you too. Donta Thornton of the Raiders was a guy I was trying to go after, and I wasn't able to get him in any leagues. So, yeah, I mean, keep going after them. It's good for the health of your roster. Cinnabon definitely has the most rookies. Yeah. That's who has Donta Thornton, I'm sure. Like every league I'm in with Cinnabon, he already picked him up. Hi, Andrea. How do I join the paid fantasy league? Good question. So if you guys aren't part of our Discord, just get on the Discord. I'll send the invite in the chat in a moment here. Once I can get it copied. But yeah, just head over to the Discord. Link is at the bottom of the chat. Free to join. And then just send me a DM and I'll send you the League Safe link. Once you pay on League Safe, I will send you the sleeper invite and you'll be in. It's just a $20 buy-in, but you have to pay first. No ifs, ands, or buts.
I told them I was on them last night.
Standing my ground. But yeah, we'd love to have you.
They want degenerate. I was like, "Oh, we'll do a free one of them on our channel, but if you guys want to play in the paid league, let's go."
Yeah, I mean, once again, it's a $20 buy-in, and it's we want to have money involved. That way, people are involved throughout the entirety of the season, and it keeps it competitive, all that good stuff. So, but we do it every year, and we used League Safe last year as well. It's nothing new over here. I don't need any more receivers on this team. Gosh, you guys cleared out the running backs. I'm just in a 3 running back build over here. Can't have anyone get hurt. I mean, it's gross. All right, I guess I'm going quarterback. Okay, whatever.
Your guy.
There's a fair chance Duncan misses all this season and part of next. Yeah, we'll get clarity hopefully in the next couple of weeks, right?
Didn't Haslam say he was playing this year? Expects him to play this year.
Yeah, I just have no idea.
The Browns. It's the
Browns. Jimmy Haslam.
I've heard such mix on that story. Like,
yeah,
she's full of it, or like he's really bad. I don't know. I've heard everything on that story. I don't know what to think.
Latest report is that they are cautiously optimistic that Christian Jenkins will sign and play for the team this season. They are waiting for the legal process to work its way through. I feel like I have no idea what that means. I guess this he's put on the exempt list till the trial's sorted out. He's away for the team as a rookie, not good. Then once the trial is sorted out, the protocol for cases like that is a minimum 3-game suspension. We'll find out. All right, this is like way against ADP, but I'm going to take Justin Fields over Kyler Murray or Justin Herbert. I'm going to try and get some upside at quarterback because I have light running back over here. Ray Gamer, I like your new logo. Thank you. Thank you. Make sure that almost all relevant waiver rookies are on my team. Hey, if you hit on them, it's huge. When's the draft? It's different for each league. They're all going to be in August. They're all going to be on Sundays and Mondays. They're all going to be live streamed on the channel. They're going to be coming up soon. Why Justin Fields with Goff? Because I want 2 quarterbacks. Leave me alone. Draft your little Drake May and leave me alone, cats. There's still good quarterbacks available. And I only have 3 running backs on this team, so Justin Fields gives me like some running backness at quarterback. I think Jake Ferguson's a good value for you right there. Let's see. We've got Matthew Stafford, the sore back. Cortland Sutton got an extension. Fergie got an extension. Treylon Burks got waived. Sad. I guess we haven't talked about Joe Mixon's injury.
Hey, it's Nick Chubb season, baby.
Oh. And I don't know. Like now I'm hearing like bad reports about Nick Chubb looking slow. But I thought everything was looking pretty positive and good for Nick Chubb until I heard that. He looks.
It's gonna take a minute, okay? He's got to knock some rust off.
Yeah. And I think ultimately he looks good in a Texans uniform. So whatever. But yeah, I mean, we see Nick Chubb gone at the 10-8 tonight. Where did Mixon at the 5-1 is not really crazy against ADP, but we've seen Mixon fall in quite a few drafts. Damon Pierce is hurt too. Fields easy top 8 quarterback. Let's go.
Fields truthers. Woody Marks, yeah.
Woody Marks season, yeah. I mean, he's also getting drafted too, especially in best ball where we have 18 rounds. Like we're seeing both these guys drafted. Yeah, Kenny McIntosh tore his ACL, which I really like Kenny McIntosh coming out of college, but it's been a tough uphill climb with Charbonnet and Walker in front of him, and this certainly does not help. Yeah, Damian Martinez to be the next guy up. Draft Woody Marks. Yeah, I do like Woody Marks as a sleeper. So when was Trey Lance with the Chargers? Yeah, Trey Lance starting tomorrow night's game. Let's go over. I'm glad he brought that up. So tomorrow night, Hall of Fame game. We have no
football.
Thursday. It's Thursday night.
Thursday, 2 days.
Yeah.
Football with pads.
Yeah. We got football this week. And yeah, there's a lot. You can bet on Trey Lance right now, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. He's the QB1 against the Lions. There are some players that we can pay attention to. We're going to see snaps from Omarion Hampton. That's been confirmed. And we're probably going to see snaps. We'll definitely see snaps out of Trey Harris, who's going to take over that wide receiver 2 spot. We're not going to see Quentin Johnston out there. We're not going to see Ladd McConkey out there, who is, quote unquote, dealing with a minor injury. Not clear what it is, so keep an eye on that. We're not going to see Justin Herbert. But Omarion Hampton, Trey Harris, and Keandre Lambert-Smith. Those are the guys that we're going to be watching for sure. Now, definitely keep an eye on Keandre Lambert-Smith. Kind of the interesting wide receiver in the mix there, rookie as well. In terms of the Lions, I don't think we're going to see like anybody interesting play. Maybe it'd be important to pay attention to the offensive line play. I guess we'll see Isaac Tesla or whatever.
Hendon Hooker. We're gonna maybe get some Hendon Hooker.
Oh yeah,
snaps out here.
Yeah, I mean it's either Kyle Allen or Hendon Hooker. We'll probably see both of them out there. It's kind of fighting for that 2 spot. But yeah, not as exciting in terms of the Lions, in terms of fantasy implications. But I do think that there's some players on the Chargers to watch Thursday night, so that'll be fun. I don't know what is the game. It's on like, is it on NFL Network or something?
I think it's on like NBC maybe.
NBC and Peacock. Yeah, good call. So we got football. Bottom line. Let's go. Ryan's comments on Chubb could not be more bearish. Yeah, this is maybe what I saw. I don't know. It's been a mixed bag of emotions over Nick Chubb. There are Singletary to Houston rumors. Yeah, I think this is what I saw. Singletary would make sense if he gets cut. I mean, he's got Scatabo, Tracy in front of him. I guess I have to take a running back. I actually like Rico Dowdle. I'm gonna take Woody Marks just to please everybody in the chat tonight. Woody Marks is drafted, boys and girls. Truthfully, I'd probably take Rico Dowdle, though. I have Woody Marks in all my dynasty leagues ready to be disappointed. Always ready. It's Tesla time. All right, another draft in the books, boys and girls. Let us know if you guys want a team review. All right, Andrew at the 1-3. JD5 in the 5th. That's fine. Mark Andrews in the 9th. Still a good value. He didn't move up in ADP tonight. About where he usually goes. Bijan, JT, Aaron Jones, Najee Harris, Ray Davis. In redraft, I'll still take Najee in the 10th. I'll take him in best ball when he's sliding right now. Did one draft, I think it was last night's draft, where he fell like 30 spots, 35 spots against ADP. Like I'll take him there. Ray Davis, fine. Garrett Wilson, Devonta Smith, Godwin, Mooney, Bateman, Leggett. So we're starting JD, Andrews, Bijan, JT, Garrett Wilson, Devonta Smith, flexing, Godwin, and Mooney, as long as they're out there and healthy. See missed time from both those guys right now. Aaron Jones, perfectly fine in the flex. It'd be Aaron Jones and Bateman in the flex. If it's not Godwin and Mooney, but good bench either way. So yeah, solid team here. Love the first 5 picks. I still like Godwin a lot. Aaron Jones feels like a good value still here. Not bad at all, Andrea. Cats. Drake May. No Justin Fields for you. Both rookie tight ends, Tyler Warren and Colson Loveland. I still don't know if I'm taking Drake May over Kyler Murray and Justin Herbert. But if you want to, that's fine. Breece Hall, RJ Harvey, Pacheco, Bigsby, Jerome Ford, Puka, Lundo, J-Mo, Pearsall, Igbuka. Feels like a dynasty team. Starting Drake May, one of the rookie tight ends, Breece Hall, Pacheco. I think you'd probably have more confidence week 1 starting Pacheco over Harvey. Puka, London, J-Mo, Pearsall. Solid starting lineup. But yeah, this feels like a dynasty team to me. Like I said, I'm fine if Drake May's your guy, but I think I'm still going Kyler, maybe even Purdy and Herbert over Drake May. And I think if I'm gonna, I like Tyler Warren more than Loveland right now, but I think if I'm gonna draft Warren and then take a second tight end, I'd rather take like Ferguson or I mean, Tucker Kraft was gone, Johnny Smith, a player like that. But yeah, bench has some upside here. I do like Bigsby in the 10th has a good value and Igbukba in the 8th. Lineup overall is good. First 4 picks, very solid. Wario at the 1-1. J-Lo and Lamar, Bowers and Kelsey. I mean, obviously you're fine at quarterback and tight end, but one thing I always say, like if I spend a 4th round pick on Lamar Jackson and a 2nd round pick on Bowers, I'm not drafting Kelsey and Jordan Love at the end here. You're going to start Lamar and Bowers every week except for the bye week, barring any injuries. So you're already spending that high draft capital. I'm just not drafting Kelsey and J-Lo here. I'm getting additional running back and receiver because running back and or receiver is going to take a hit at the beginning of your draft. That being said, you're starting Lamar and Bowers, Kyron, and maybe Joe Mixon. I mean, I'd be shaky. You only got 3 running backs here. I'm high on Kyron. I'm fine with him there. But Mixon banged up. Austin Eckler could suffice. But he did miss some time last year. I mean, he was solid for the most part last year in PPR, but he only played in 12 games. Like you could be looking at Lamar, Bowers, Kyron, Eckler, Chase, Golden Cup, Coleman. I'm not super high on Keon Coleman personally, so Ayuk's going to be hurt. Maybe Thielen's in the flex here. So yeah, there's a couple question marks here. I would try, if you're gonna go Chase, Bowers, Kyron, Lamar. I mean, I do get this is kind of a bad spot for another running back here. So I'm probably just going receiver. I'm going Pickens, but really whichever receiver you like here. I would personally be targeting Pickens or I guess T-Mac there is fine. And then in the 6th round, I'd rather eat into this next tier of running backs, Caleb Johnson, Aaron Jones, Tony Pollard, Brian Robinson, as opposed to going Mixon right now. A little bit too murky for me. Cup is fine or Golden. But yeah, I try to swap right there. And then I wouldn't go Kelsey or J-Lo at the end there. All right, Matt's at the 1-4. What's going on? Nix and Purdy. That's fine. I'm confident enough in Bo Nix. I don't think you need to draft Purdy in a single quarterback, but it's a 12th round pick. Trey McBride, say no more. Bucky, Chuba, Pollard, Benson. Perfectly fine. Lamb, T-Mac, Adunze, Josh Downs, Marvin Mims, Jack Besk. I'm a little worried about my guy, Jack Besk. He's not really getting any training camp buzz. It's all been Donta Thornton. So we'll see. 13th round pick, though. All right, Bo Nix, McBride, Bucky, Chuba, Lamb, T-Mac, Adunze, Downs. I also put Pollard in the flex. I like Mims. I don't love the last 3 picks, but they're your last 3 picks. It doesn't matter. Solid starting lineup, good bench. Good flex options. Panthers beat reporters working overtime to hype up every skill position guy. Yeah. All right. Dubby at the 1-2 tonight. Mahomes and Tua. That's fine. Kittle in the 5th feels like a really good value. It's the thing. Kittle sometimes will go in the 3rd round. Sometimes he'll slide back a bit. Barkley, Connor, Caleb Johnson, Bashal Tootin, Higgins, Hill, Olave, Pittman, Kyle Williams, Hollywood Brown, the ankle injury. So we're going Mahomes, Kittle, Barkley, Connor, Higgins, Hill, Olave, Pittman, or Caleb Johnson in the flex. Once again, I think it's a solid lineup. Good flex options. I'm not crazy about the end of the draft, but I never really knock you guys like rounds 10 through 13. It's like those are the rounds we're all kind of taking dart throws anyway. So those are your guys. It's fine. But yeah, lineup looks pretty solid. All right, Bryce at the 1-8 tonight. Kyler and Jonnu, late round quarterback, late round tight end, and I'm okay with it. Kamara, Trayvon Henderson, ETN, Charbs, Jalen Wright. Crazy wide receiver room, though. Amon Ra, AJ Brown, MH Jr., Ridley Myers, Jaden Higgins. I do like Jaden Higgins in this range. Christian Kirk or Jaden Higgins? Who you guys higher on? Anyways, we're starting Kyler, Jonnu, Kamara, Henderson, Amon Ra, AJ Brown, Marvin Harris Jr., Ridley. Also have Myers as a flex. I think ETN is solid in the 8th round. I think he's starting to lean in. I think ETN is going to be the starting running back for the Jags. And I think it's his backfield to lose. So I think Bigsby's worth drafting. A little bit lower on Tootin right now. Weird backfield. But yeah, this is a solid team. I mean, Henderson needs to hit for you, which could certainly definitely happen. But the wide receivers, very, very good. Late round quarterback and tight end, fine. All right, Ray Gamer at the 112. Burrow and Hawkinson's fine. Henry, Monty, Jordan Mason, Rashad White, Garando, Dowdle, B. Tom, Rashee Rice, Adams, Trey Harris, McMillan. This is an interesting team. Starting Burrow and Hawkinson. Henry and Monty, B. Tom, Adams. You want to start Rashee Rice, but you may not be able to. So if that's the case, then like you're going to flex Jordan Mason and Rashad White. I think personally, I would have passed on Hawkinson and gone with like whichever available receiver you like best. Jawan Jennings, Jaden Reed, Khalil Shakir, Debo, Josh Downs, Mooney, whoever. Mason's fine there. And I think I would have gone a little bit later tight end because that's just the thing. If you draft Rashee Rice down the stretch, you're fine. But until we know what the suspension looks like, it does impact things. So I think that's the only thing that really impacted your roster. Maybe I'm too low on Hawkinson. Maybe I just don't really see who else you could replace here, you know? So, all right, check out the dumpster fire at 1-6. Let's do it, Tamo. Hurts in the 5th is solid. Ingram in the 9th, good. Hampton, B-Rob, Dobbins, Stevenson, Dylan Sampson, JJ, Lad McConkey. I mean, JJ's hurt. Lad's hurt. Worthy, early exit. Waddle's probably hurt. We don't know it. Demario Douglas, Luther Burden's hurt. Participated today, though. But, you know, as long as everyone's healthy here, Hurts, Ingram, Hampton, B-Rob, JJ, Ladd, Worthy, Waddle, or Dobbins, it's pretty solid. I like Pop Douglas in the 12th and Dylan Sampson in the 11th. And if Burden gets going and is healthy, like he could be a player who starts to be one of these buzz names for sure. All right, Matt's at the 1-4. Wait, didn't I already do this team?
You did.
Oh, I forgot to say please. Oh, thank you. Okay. Let's see. Cool starting Warren week 1 because he can play 90% of the snaps. Yeah, I like Tyler. I'm in on Tyler Warren. I'm good at that. GD5 and round 5 is disrespectful. Yeah, I mean, quarterbacks were a little bit pushed back. It's not that crazy because, I mean, Josh Allen didn't go to the 4-8. Lamar went at the 4-12. JD5 went at the 5-3. Hurts at the 5-6. So I mean, in essence, it sounds bad, but it's not like, you know, 2 or 3 quarterbacks win the 2nd and 3rd round. Everyone went at the end of the 4th, beginning of the 5th in terms of that top tier. So, all right, yeah, we'll look at mine and Pete's team. Let's start with Pete's. Baker in the 9th. I like that pick. He was who I wanted there. I am trying to lean into like the Mahomes, Knicks, Baker tier. It's like it's still late round quarterback. but it's the best of the late round quarterbacks. Fergie, I think is a really good value right now. I find myself drafting more of him now that he got that extension. Like they're going to use them, they're going to throw more. Dak should be healthy, so good there. Genty C-Mac, very solid start. Double hero RB approach. Tracy and Scatabo got that locked up no matter how it goes. And you got Junkins, which is fine. You can take the risk with the upside that you have. Mike Evans, Cortland Sutton, Zay Flowers, Travis Hunter, Rashid Shaheed, Calvin Austin. So starting Baker and Fergie, Genty, C-Mac, Evans, Sutton, Flowers. Probably flexing Travis Hunter, which is fun. So yeah, really solid floors, like you mentioned early in the draft at wide receiver. Get a little bit of upside with Hunter. Two stud running backs, good value at quarterback and tight end. It's a good build for a double hero RB approach. And smart to get both those Giants running backs. Lock them up.
I was hoping they would laugh when Scatterfoo would make it back to me. It's like I want to run the double giant stack.
I like it. Yeah, and not a bad draft. What did I do tonight? All right. Goff and Fields, fine. Njoku, fine. Just try to get value at quarterback and tight end. I really just drafted 3 running backs. As Woody Marks or Rico Dowdle at the end. But like I think you can survive on 3 running backs. I just prefer 4. I just wasn't really finding any value, I felt like, after those guys were gone, unless I reached, which is one thing I do feel like at the 111, 112 kind of puts it's those spots that kind of put you in a position to reach this year. But anyways, A-Chain, Walker, Swift, Woody Marks, Nico, Terry, Addison, Shakir, Reed, Christian Kirk. So starting one of the 2 quarterbacks in Njoku, A-Chain, Walker, Collins, Terry, Addison, Shakir, Reed, Kirk, Swift. Any of these guys can be flexed, which is what I'm looking for. So I don't mind this team at all. I think it's pretty good, actually. Just depends on how you feel about some of these later round receivers and how flex worthy you think they are, how worried you are about the Addison suspension, which you guys know I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about Terry and the holdout. I have an undying love for DeAndre Swift, so I like this team, but you guys can let me know if you hate it. It's weird, but I like being set on the bench by having good backup players in case of injury. That's fair. But once again, typically with quarterback and tight end, waiver wire will be there for you. Just time for one draft tonight. We'll do some streams in August where we do multiple drafts. Find someone in life that loves you as much as John loves Christian Kirk. I mean, you guys know I'm loyal to my boys. And the Christian Kirk love is kind of rising again. Hasn't been as intense as like DeAndre Swift or Rashad White this offseason, but before the injuries to Kirk, that was my guy. Do you see the news about Jordan Mason and Sleeper? Yeah, we talked about this earlier. Workload split could be closer than expected, so 50-50 split with Aaron Jones. See if it happens. Bryce says, should have gone Stevenson over Charbs. I don't know. I really like Charbonnet personally. I mean, maybe in your... I think I go Charbs over Stevenson. He's got standalone values and an elite handcuff, and that's going to be a run-first system under Clint Kubiak. Take running with the ones was all camp was talk of Twitter today. Yeah, he's getting very good buzz out of camp. But I think the way that Liam Cohen offense works, I think we'll see ETN and Tank Bigsby. But I'm taking the most shots on Tank Bigsby right now. So not sold on ETN, so take the cheapest running back from the Jags. Yeah, I mean we've been doing this conversation all off season long. It's just an endless circle, it feels like. Yeah, you can be team Tank, team ETN, team Tootin. Shakir was before me. Oh. Well, I mean, generally speaking. My bad. People are going to be so disappointed with Burden when he starts off as a wide receiver 4 this season. Could definitely be. But I think if there's the right training camp buzz, it could be a thing. Her Pop Douglas has been tearing up in practice. Yeah, he has been. I talked about that in Monday's video. And I'm pretty high on Stephon Diggs right now. He's starting to rise for me. And he goes a little bit higher in ADP tonight at the 6'8". I'm also starting to feed into the Rome Odunze hype a little bit, guys, finally. But yeah, Pop Douglas making some, and really, you think about the makeup of the Pats roster. I mean, Pop Douglas should have a role, even with Diggs as the wide receiver one. Late season breakout potential with Burden. I'm good at that theory.
I don't know. Ben Johnson looks like he's already done with being the Chicago Bears head coach.
He does like hate everybody. It feels like
The before and after photos are just immaculate.
Jade, I was like picking from pick 7 through 12. Yeah, I prefer the second half of the draft this year. I'll make it work either way. Would you all trade Brees and DJ Moore for Gibbs and half PPR 3 flex, redraft or dynasty? I'm assuming redraft since you didn't specify. Yes. I think in redraft or dynasty I would do this, and I'm pretty high on Brees in either format. I like DJ Moore too, but for Gibbs and half PPR, yes, because I'm higher on Brees and full PPR. For Gibbs, it doesn't matter. And overall, Gibbs is the best player here. I think I would do this trade. Taylor says 1.5, 1.6 the worst spot, in my opinion. I'm a little shaky from the 1.1 right now. I don't think I ever liked the 1.1 though. Unless more or Rome go down, I really don't see a path to good fantasy production for Burden this year. Completely fair. I'm just saying, I feel like he's the type of guy who can get the right buzz for a hype train. Yeah, 13th round picks. We're going dart throws anyways. Andrew, have a good night. J-Dubs can't stop picking Kittle at value, like the upside. Yeah. And I think come August time, when real drafts are here, you're going to have to spend up to get Kittle. Having a tough time figuring out when to draft quarterback and tight end, mostly quarterback. Yeah, I think Burrow's fine there. Like I said, I'm kind of trying to target the Mahomes, Knicks, Baker area. And if I don't land one of those guys, Goff, Prescott, Fields, Kyler, Herbert, Purdy, I might end up going to quarterback if those are my guys, but that's kind of the range I'm looking at. Is Roman Wilson still a ghost? Hey, yes, because Calvin Austin's the wide receiver too there. I don't know if Roman Wilson's ever going to be a thing. He's working with the special teams unit. Dunze is the best value bearers piece. Yeah, I'm starting to rise on Roman Dunze. I'm in one standard league this year. Do you take early quarterback there and QB around 5th to 8th in the others? Sure. I don't know if standard really changes anything for me. I still want to have the most skill position players, even in standard. And at that point, I'm just gravitating towards running backs over receivers. I mean, if I want to go early quarterback, then I'm just going to spend up to get Josh Allen, try to take 2 players and then Josh Allen in the third, or Lamar, or if Jalen Hurts falls, then I'll take him. But I'm probably going to load up at running backs in standard. All right, let's see. That looks like most everything other than some more Bears discussion. Hey, DJ Moore could never take DeAndre Swift's role. Okay. Nobody could ever take DeAndre Swift's role. All right, good stream tonight. Great drafting all around, guys. We'll be back Sunday night. I'm not going to be on this Saturday night, just so you guys know, but we'll be back rolling with a couple streams next week, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, some underdog streams, some sleeper mocks to kick off the month of August. I mean, August starts Friday, but right around the corner. So we'll kick off next week, a couple streams again, and we'll continue to have content rolling out for you guys. So make sure you guys are staying posted, checking out the videos, dropping us some likes, dropping some comments. We're almost there, boys and girls. Things are going to be here before we know it, and our real drafts are going to be starting soon. So once again, if you guys have not done so already and you want to get in on the redraft leagues this year, I only have like 4 or 5 spots left, although I am holding 1 or 2 spots. So either way, they're filling up quickly, and we definitely want you guys to get in on those. And just send me a message on Discord, send me a DM. We'll get you the league safe link for your respective league. Once you pay your $20 fee, get you the sleeper invite, and you guys will be good to go. And you'll get your draft date. And like I said, all the drafts are going to be either on Sunday nights or Monday nights in August, and we're going to be live streaming every single draft. So make sure you guys get in while you still can. All right, Pete, I'll let you say bye. We'll get out of here.
Yep, football on Thursday. Videos out every day this week. Shorts out. It's coming way too fast, guys. Way too fast. So be sure to lock in, get your spots. I'm excited. Gotta, actually show out again. So good luck to League Two this year. You're going down.
There you go. League 2 is going to be fun. Yeah, I'll probably do a mock draft I might do a mock and an underdog draft on Sunday because I'm not gonna be able to stream Saturday night this week. Every other Saturday in August I'll be streaming, but yeah, maybe I'll do underdog and mock Sunday. Maybe I'll do the same thing Monday as well, and then we'll do the regular mock with Pete on Tuesday. So, but yeah, first game on Tuesday. Let's go. Football in July, you know it. All right, man. With that, we'll say thank you guys so much for watching and or listening. And remember, you saw it here on The Catch, and peace.